Let's look at another one. Now, this one I think might be one of the most powerful dialectics that can really do a number on couples if they're not aware of it. And it's the autonomy attachment dialectic, right? So when we talk about this autonomy attachment dialectic, what is the dynamic that goes on between these two?
I think that you typically have, and there's no hard and fast rule for it, but you typically have in a relationship, and it may shift at times during the relationship over the years, but where you have one person that is needing more togetherness and one person that's needing more independence. And so there's this kind of push-pull, and it can be a challenge.
Yeah, absolutely. And that can look a lot of ways. It could be just time together, right? It could be activities together. It could be intimacy, right? It could be one person in a season of a relationship that needs more attachment, more physical touch, not always sexual, but it could be sexual, non-sexual, but they just need that touch, that affirmation of touch and and attachment. And the other person is more into autonomy, that they need more separateness, right? That's just the season they're going through. And this dynamic can really do a number on people because typically the person who has the higher need for attachment, when they're confronted by autonomy, how do they feel? What feelings arise within them when they see this person pushing for autonomy?
They take it personally and can feel rejected.
Yeah, that's right. They feel rejected. It's personal. This person doesn't want to be with me. Right. And that may not be the case at all.
And the same is true for affection, right? It can be misinterpreted as maybe they're not attracted to me, or maybe they don't want to be with me, or whatever it is. And it's not necessarily that. It's just a difference in real wiring.
Yeah.
Right.
And this is the one, actually, this particular tension, I think, is the one that really has the ability to grow us up the most. Because for a person who wants autonomy, to see the needs of the person that wants attachment, for them to move down the scale towards attachment when maybe their natural instinct is not to move down that scale, that's hard for them, isn't it?
Yeah, because I think oftentimes the one that wants more autonomy can feel kind of enveloped by the other person. They feel pressured. They feel kind of just smothered.
Right. Absolutely. And then flip it around. The person who's on the attachment side of that dialectic, for them to move down the scale towards autonomy and to give up for a bit of time that fulfillment of attachment with this person, that can feel like almost a sense of self-abandonment, right? And this is now where this person can begin making choices that can be very unhealthy.
Yeah.
In order for them to find that validation, they can now find it in all kinds of ways now that can actually cause damage to the relationship. Conversely, the autonomous person, if they don't move down that scale more and mature themselves to do that, what could they possibly create the environment for?
I think a real disconnect, a real distance, where the spouse kind of eventually moves away because of the distance.
That's right. This person finally says, I just can't do this anymore. And rather than them growing in the maturity of the relationship and learning to be stronger with autonomy, they leave. Yeah. Right? They say, you know what? I'm going to go find someone else that can give me attachment. The problem with that is almost every relationship that starts is mutual attachment. That's how it starts, right? And there's all kinds of reasons for that, right? There's the dopamine rushes, there's the validation that goes on between two people. And so now this person says, I finally got the thing I've always wanted.
Yeah.
And then when that period, that season, what we call fusion,
wears off,
suddenly the dialectic shows up again with a vengeance. And this person now goes, what in the world just happened? Right? I thought I had the right relationship, and now it's no different than the last one.
So they seek another relationship.
And they seek another relationship, right? And the reality is, what they've got to realize is, what I'm carrying into every relationship is an excessive need for attachment and my inability to find autonomy. Conversely, the person who has a natural instinct towards autonomy has got to realize they're going to probably connect with somebody that has a higher need for attachment, and they're going to have to learn to start moving down the scale towards attachment and not allow that void to set in that relationship.